Hey everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some suggestions for ways to keep your kids busy without electronics. This video is also a collaboration with Candice from Fancy That with Candice and Jill from Twins and Toddlers. If you're coming to me from one of their channels, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy this video and that you take some time to look around at all the other videos that I have here on my channel, and that you will subscribe and become part of my YouTube channel family. If you don't know who Candice and Jill are, Candice, like I said, is from the YouTube channel Fancy That with Candice. She has tons of amazing beauty videos. And every once in a while she does a couple lifestyle videos too and some hauls and things like that. But her beauty videos are so awesome. And I have to say, of all the channels that I subscribe to on YouTube, and I subscribe to quite a few, she has the most beautiful videos of anybody. The background is beautiful, her personality is so bubbly and bright, the lighting is always awesome. So definitely check out her channel if you like beauty videos and hauls and trying out new products, new beauty products. I think you will love her channel. Jill is also a part of this collab. She is from the channel Twins and Toddlers, and she is a very busy mother of 4 kids, 2 of which are twins. And so I love her channel for a different reason. She's got a lot more lifestyle videos and dealing with that, having 4 children and having twins. So I really encourage you to check out her channel. You will find lots of great tips and suggestions from her. So I will leave the link to her video, and also you can check out her channel while you're there. So that was a very long intro, but I think it's important to be able to have things your kids can do to entertain themselves. It does not necessarily involve you as the parent to play with them, and maybe it doesn't even involve a sibling to play with. Sometimes your kids just need to find time to do things on their own while you get other things done. Maybe you have to go take care of a sibling. Maybe you have phone calls to make. Maybe you work at home and you need to find ways to keep your kids busy. Maybe you want to work out every day and you can't figure out, like, what do I do with my kids while I'm trying to work out? So these suggestions I think you will find very useful for that, and some of them don't involve any parents at all. So my first suggestion is this toy we have had for quite a while. It is the Educational Insights Magic Moves toy. I love this thing because your kid doesn't need you at all to be involved in this at all. It's basically like Simon Says, but it's an electronic version.
Swim like a seal, fly like a bird.
It says fly like a bird, and the kid will run around and do that until she gives the next command. And so you can hit the repeat button if they want to do that activity more than once. There's also a volume control on the back, so you can turn it down a little bit if it's getting a little too loud. And my youngest daughter has played with this for years, and every now and again she still gets it out. And they don't need you to tell them all these different animals and things to be, because it does it for you. So I love this. My next suggestion is any type of water bead. I don't have any with me to show you right now because I forgot to make them ahead of time, but I'll put a picture in right here. So basically it's these little tiny beads that once you soak them in water, they get really big and they're really fun to play with. A lot of people use them in sensory play, but they're really fun to play with. The kids love getting their hands in them and it's kind of moving them around. And I don't know what is fun about these, but my kids love these things. We actually keep them, once we've got them in the water and they have expanded, we keep them in a like a baby wipes container, like a plastic one. And they will stay in there for quite a while, so they can keep, play with the same set of water beads, usually for a couple weeks before they start to get kind of torn up. We throw them away. But they both love playing with these things. I don't know why, but for some reason they're really entertaining. And it's a quiet toy that your child can play with and not make a bunch of noise or a huge mess. Also, Kinetic Sand. I think pretty much every craft store and all those places you will find Kinetic Sand. But basically it is sand that will squish together with your hands or a mold, so you can squish it, but then it also comes right back to like a sand-like texture. I've given this as gifts. Both of my girls have their own little container, and we have a bunch of molds that they use to play with and just make different shapes, and they love playing with this stuff. And again, it's not a huge mess if you can put it on a cookie sheet, or we actually use like art trays to put the sand on so that it stays somewhat contained. But it doesn't make a huge mess. It's not as messy as Play-Doh, and they really have loved having this. There's all different colors you can get. It's really inexpensive. So again, a great quiet thing your kids can do while you are doing something else. Another suggestion I have, and this might involve you or maybe a sibling, to have an Easter egg hunt. Even if it's in the middle of winter like it is here right now, my girls, my youngest daughter especially, still like to have an Easter egg hunt, and we keep like a bag of Easter eggs in the playroom. And so we have had Easter egg hunts in the house, like in the middle of winter before, where we just hide all the eggs and they run around looking for them. And it's still fun no matter what time of year it is. And it's something that maybe you might have to take a little bit of time to hide the eggs for them if you don't have an older sibling or a spouse to do it for you. But hide 50 eggs. It doesn't matter how many it is. And let them find them. They love running around. They're getting some exercise, and I think it's just a really fun activity. Also, a really high-tech way to hide Easter eggs now, and these I will link below. I cannot remember the name of them, but basically they're talking Easter eggs, and ours, the batteries are dead. But once you push the button and you hide them, occasionally they will make a noise and say like, yoo-hoo, I'm over here. So these are really great for kids that maybe have a little bit more trouble finding hidden Easter eggs. I think it's just a really fun, interactive way for kids to look for Easter eggs. And these actually have little characters on the inside. I'm not sure if all of them do. We have quite a few of these, and so I'll link them below. I just think they're really fun, and they're really large, so it's a lot easier for younger kids to be able to find. And we have had these for years and have really enjoyed them. Kind of along those lines is a scavenger hunt. Now, I think a lot of times you think of a scavenger hunt being some kind of elaborate thing where you have to plan out all these riddles and all these clues. It didn't occur to me until recently to figure out that there are scavenger hunts for free online that you can print off pretty much in any type category you want. You can do outdoor scavenger hunts, you can do ones for like alphabets, birthday scavenger hunts, or just like generic scavenger hunts that you don't have to do any of the work for. You just basically print them out, cut out the slips of paper, hide them in the appropriate areas, and the kids have to figure out where the clues will lead them. And maybe you have a treat or something at the end, or a game they've never played before or something. But I think it's a really fun way that it's minimal time for you, because all you do is print out the clues, cut them out, hide them, and then it can take them for however long, you know, and elaborate the scavenger hunt is. It can take them a long time to find all the clues and figure it out together, or if you have an only child, you know, to figure them out and go to wherever the clues lead them. So I think it's a great thing to do any time of the year, whether you're inside or outside, and it keeps them busy and moving around and thinking. Another easy way to keep kids busy without electronics is to give them a bath, even if they're not dirty. You know, kids love playing in water, and there's something fun about getting all your toys and just playing in the water. So as long as you're around and you're going to be able to keep an eye on them while they're in the bathtub, you know, even if it's the middle of the afternoon and maybe it's not their bath time yet, fill up the tub with lots of water and bubbles and toys, and let them have a bath that they can play in and just have fun. And it will keep them busy for quite a while and entertained while you can get some other stuff done. My last tip for keeping kids busy without electronics is to let them have a play date, even if your house is not company ready. I'm really bad about this. I tend to not want to let my girls have friends over because their rooms are not clean, or the playroom's dirty, or something like that. Or like, don't go upstairs, don't invite your friends upstairs, you know, things like that. And that's really my own hang up that I need to get over, because my kids' friends do not care if I have dirty dishes in the sink. They don't care if I have a pile of ironing, you know, laying on the couch. They don't care about that kind of stuff. They're there to play and have fun. And my kids are going to want to have their friends over and not have to wait until the house is perfectly clean to be able to do that. So I need to ease up on that a little bit, and maybe you kind of have done the same thing. Now, obviously, I think they should keep their rooms clean before they're allowed to have friends over, but if they've done their part and they've kept their rooms neat and clean, then it shouldn't be me not feeling like the house is ready for company before I let them have friends over. So those are my tips and suggestions for keeping kids busy without electronics. Like I said, I am not against the kids watching TV. I don't care if they want to sit on the couch and watch a movie. I don't care if they want to play a video game. I just don't want them to be doing that all the time. I want them to be up and moving around, playing and doing things that do not involve electronics, and also doing things sometimes that don't involve me. It's not good for your kids to constantly have to be entertained by someone else. They need to be able to find fun and do things on their own, and with siblings, that really keep them active and thinking and playing and imagining. So hopefully these ideas and suggestions will help your kids to do just that. I will have links for everything that I talked about in the description box below, as well as the links to Candice and to Jill's videos. I can't wait to see what suggestions they come up with, because I know they're both busy moms like I am, and I'm really anxious to hear what suggestions they have of keeping kids busy. So make sure you check out their videos in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.